what a good piece of bowling.
Hi, also welcome back to for the Love of the Game cricket podcast. So we are in episode number 3, and so far we have received some positive feedback and some support also from you guys. And also we would love for more comments and your thoughts as well on variety of cricket topics we like to talk about. So there are many things going on in the world of cricket right now, so it's difficult to cover each one of them. But like let's try to cover a few of them today. So first of all, the West Indies tour of like India tour of West Indies is starting very soon actually. So let's start off with that. So I have Prakash with me here. So hi, welcome. And
thank you.
yeah. And so before we begin this, so let's first talk about so this West Indies series looks like a bit low key series after the World Test Championship final, right? So we had this Australia, we got a sort of hammering, you would have to say. But okay, so what are the things we would like to see change, and what are the things which are there? So one thing notable is that Pujara has been dropped. So and in his place we have got few youngsters. Yashasvi Jaiswal is there, Rituraj Gaikwad is there. And when you look at the bowling side of things, I think Mukesh Kumar has been brought into the test side as well. So let's start off with the test side as well only then. So what are your thoughts on before I go to you, like let me just put forward things. So one thing, it might be a bit different to what people say, but one thing I would like to see is Shubman Gill not as an opener or a number 3 batsman, but in the middle order. Okay, because I feel that he's better against the spinners, and I don't think he's that great against the moving ball. He's great in Australian pitches and Indian conditions, yeah. And I think he adds more value at the number 4, number 5 spot. Basically, I see him as a successor to Virat Kohli at number 4. So anyway, so this is the thing. So how do you see the entire series, and how do you see the selections? Yeah.
Saptak, first off, thank you for having me. Thank you to the viewers and welcome to the show. Before I get to anything, first off, this is not a low-key series. We have to remember one thing. This will be played with a Duke ball.
Right.
The Duke ball, West Indies have, and whatever has happened to the West Indies in the World Cup qualifiers, which we will speak of later, we will dedicate a show to that, is not the same as their test team. Their test team is much stronger and we have to be careful. Having said that, I think we'll start with Team India first. You're right about Gill. I also feel that he is a successor to Kohli. I think he'll be more lethal when he comes in the middle order. But more than the Gill selection, my thing with India is I think we need to get 2 left-handers in the top 6, top 7. We are blessed with Jadeja, and we've got a like for like in Aksar. But in most cases, when we are traveling, both cannot play. Let's be realistic, right? So I see Yashasvi Jaiswal coming into the side. Now, wherever he bats, I personally, from whatever I've been reading on the internet today, it looks like he'll bat at 3. This is what, and I think it's right. He's a debutant. I think for Gill, there is time to come. They'll want to give him this thing because yaar wo Gaba ka 91 ka nasha abhi tak gaya nahi hai.
Right.
This is, and with good reason, with very good reason. So I think he will continue there. Pujara, I think he was unfairly dropped, but I don't think it's contrary to popular belief, I don't think it's the end of the road for him. There is time and gas left in the tank. I think Jaiswal will play the tests and Ruturaj will play the ODIs. And one more small thing I'd like to touch on is Sarfaraz Khan's selection. Many people have said that IPL se log ko pakad rahe hain and he's averaged so much. But let me play devil's advocate for a minute. Let's think of it from the selector's point of view. The 2 people who've been chosen on this tour, they've done the whole circle. They've done everything. They've gone to the World Cup. They've gone to the IPLs. Either of them have been in high pressure situations. And I'll say something that people may not like, but Sarfaraz Khan faced 1 over from Mark Wood where he was a little bit exposed in the IPL. Now, it may sound funny that 2 things are wrong in my statement. One is this is the IPL and we're basing it out of there and ignoring his Ranji Trophy performances, which is very true. But secondly, another thing supporting this thing for Sarfaraz in this case is over the weekend we saw what Mark Wood did to the Australian team. Right? So with high quality pace, people do struggle, and it's not like Sarfaraz did something wrong in his career is finished. But in his case, I want him to play. He is the future for India. You don't average 82 and you can't be a okay player. There is a small question mark against him, which he has to prove. And I think personally, in the next 6 to 8 months, he will be in the squad. The same way with Rituraj and Jaiswal, how they and not to me, Mukesh Kumar, who's playing. This guy has done the donkey's work in Ranji Trophy, and he deserves to play. Now I'll quickly touch upon West Indies. They've got a very good pace attack. They've got Kemar Roach, they've got Alzari Joseph, and they've got Shannon Gabriel. You have a Chandapal back in the team, Shivnarayan's son. You've got, I have the team right here. I'm sorry. You got Carlos Brathwaite, you got a guy called Rifa, and you got Jerome Blackwood. Cornwall is there. Now, from what we know, this surface turns. So I think this is going to be a spinners, this thing. Yeah. But West Indies, there's only one question. It's their batting. Can they make 300 regularly? If they can do that, they're going to give us trouble. It's not going to be clear-cut. I see us playing 2 spinners tomorrow, and we'll probably go with 2 or 3 fast bowlers. We'll play 5 bowlers, I think. And Ashwin and Jadeja form the 2 all-rounders. Apart from that, I don't see any other major surprises. I think Jaiswal will get his cap. Good luck to him. This boy deserves his place. He's a rags to riches story, and these stories make you feel good, Really. So, and I don't think we should take this is the start of the cycle. We made 2 finals. We got to start strong. Remember, Australia and England have lost a couple of points for slow over rates also. So these are points you have to eat. So it's not something that is easy. That's my point of view on the series.
Yeah, I'm completely agree with you. But like one thing, I think most of the tweets I'm seeing on social media, most of the people, their only point of debate regarding the selections is that Rituraj Gaikwad in Test cricket, I think his Ranji numbers, he has an average of something around 42 or something around that. And yes. I think that they are telling that Sarfaraz Khan has some 80 or something average this season, last season, something of that sort. So I completely agree with you, because if from a selector's point of view, a selector's job shouldn't be only to look at the stats and just select people. Then anybody can be a selector, right? So correct. There has to be some sort of an eye. Yeah, there has to be some sort of an eye to actually select. I think Dilip Bensarkar also selected Virat Kohli in the early stages. Like looking at him in a match, he did not have the best of the records for everyone playing around that time. I think so. Correct. So, anyways, I think I'm interested to see Rituraj Gaikwad in Test cricket also. Let's see how it goes. And Yashasvi Jaiswal is nothing to tell about him. So he has done all the work and everything. He has been performing India A and everything. So all the best to him if he plays, which he might. So yeah, and
I'll just add one thing. Even Rituraj has played a lot of India A cricket. We are, when you just put out Ranji averages, agreed. What Mr. Gavaskar said, that why are you playing, all that is understandable. All that is understandable. But then you see, sometimes you have to understand what the selectors are doing, because they're there for a reason. It's very easy to go on Twitter and type this message out and this thing, but at the end of the day, they are responsible for whatever happens. Nobody, the person who's typing those messages on Twitter or wherever, for him is just that day's news and it's finished. Selectors are responsible at the end of the day. So that's my thinking from that point.
So only thing regarding selectors, what I would like as a fan is some sort of accountability, some sort of press conferences, their way of thinking. That is something which has not been done in Indian cricket for a long while now. So if that is done, then I have no complaints really about the selection process and everything. So so this is about the Indian part. So all the best to the debutants and everybody, and let's hope to kick this cycle off in a winning note. But anyways, coming to the West Indies side, very interesting thing. Yeah, you actually touched upon it. Is not actually a very low-key series, because West Indies have beaten England in West Indies, and they have been a very decent bowling side in their home conditions. Like their pacers, Alzari Joseph, I think Jaden Seals is also coming back. And see, these are really actually they are very good bowlers actually. And is Kemar Roach also playing? If he's playing, then
he's there.
Yeah. Then that's a very pretty awesome pace attack actually. So anyway,
Shannon Gabriel.
Yeah. Very good bowlers actually. So anyway, so I think what people are actually interested, as you touched upon, is the West Indies batting, and basically something also I would like to see from an Indian perspective. Like I think Dominica is going to be a spin oriented pitch, but actually if it has some sort of grass, then it will be in the early 1-2 days. Anything, has to be exploited. So I'm hoping to see if Yashasvi Jaiswal or anything, how they cope up with a decent pace attack. So that is also something to watch out for from an Indian perspective. And so coming to the West Indies side, so I would like to talk about them as well. So what do you see that how do they actually like develop as a test side? Like I know they are doing not that bad in test cricket compared to the other formats, but how do you see them given their I think Darren Ganga like put up an Instagram post like few days back after they crashed out of the World Cup qualifiers regarding many issues of their regions and everything. So is I don't think it's a very simple problem they have. They have many sub parts of a problem they are facing with. So what's your take on it though? What's the solution for West Indian cricket going forward?
That particular post you are talking about came on a day when I think Glenn Maxwell and another Aussie player both refused 100,000 and 125,000 pound offer from one of the T20 leagues.
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one, so I don't want to name it. And then under that, Darren Ganga wrote that he's trying to get a West Indies player on a retainer per month for 2,000 US. 2,000 US. So that's how bad it is over there. And then again, I'll play devil's advocate again from the player's point of view. When you've got so many leagues going on, at the end of the day, money is important. It's very easy to come for a lot of people and say, "Oh, put the country first," and who's going to pay their bills? True. They've got family. There is it's like being a cricketer in the 70s for the West Indies. It's not easy, and how we are going to come about it and solve this problem, that's where the question is now. Why don't we talk about the ICC over here? I blame the ICC for letting this happen. So it's a very complex situation. I hope, because when I was growing up in the 80s, they were you couldn't beat them. It wasn't about beating the West Indies, it was losing with dignity against. And the landslide they've had since maybe when Lara went away and Courtney Walsh and Ambrose went away is not. It's sad. It's sad to see. I really hope they can fix these issues they have, but it's not going to be an easy road. They have to start by winning a few things. So that's the thing. Players, the quality may not be like the top three teams in the world, like India, England, and Australia, but there is enough over there. It's not all game over from their perspective. I think they'll give us a fight. It's not going to be easy for us to win.
Yeah, and so let's now come to the one-day series as well, and the T20 squads have also been announced for India. So given that it's a home World Cup season, and I think good inclusion is Sanju Samson has been included in the one-day setup and also the T20 setup, I think. But like everything, given everything, I saw the squad, everything. But one thing which I saw is that Ishan Kishan is now our all-format player. He is in the Test squad, he is in the ODI squad, and he is in the T20 squad. So I don't think as a cricket fan, as a viewer, I don't think Ishan Kishan has given me enough to think him as a all-format player. I don't think he has enough. So that's something we can talk about. But another thing I would like to talk about is also I think Hardik Pandya. I think Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma is going to be phased out a little bit from the T20 squads. I think that's what the indication is looking at the squads. And also good luck to Tilak Verma. He has been selected for the T20 squad. So overall, looking at the bowling in this ODI, for this particular ODI format, I think India is a bit weak because I don't. If Bumrah is not returning for the World Cup, then I think it's a bit of a headache for India, the bowling, given that like they are trying Umran Malik. I know he's an X factor bowler, but I think he's too raw at the moment for a World Cup kind of a pressure situation. But anyways, so what's your overall, take it away? So what's your thoughts on this ODI and T20 squad?
Look, I'm very happy with the T20 squad. I saw it. I don't remember it by heart. There's only one selection in the T20 squad. And again, I'm not trying to demean any player. Avesh Khan is lucky to be there because of the number of opportunities and runs he's given. Okay. But yes, there was a fever, and good luck to him. I hope he proves me wrong. Barring that, the T20 side is pretty young. Tilak Verma. I have a feeling Ruturaj will play the ODIs and not the tests. Same with Ishan Kishan. I think Bharat is playing tomorrow. Tomorrow is a test. I'm 100% sure. I hope I'm this thing. I don't, but I'm pretty sure Bharat is going to play. He is the correct keeper for the format. Ishan playing in the white ball, I think he deserves it, at least for the stuff he's done so far. Once Pant comes back, we know who's going to take that spot. But then till the time he's not back, you can say he's kind of like for like, at least as far as the attitude is concerned in batting. So he'll hold his spot. Then it's up to him. He needs to make. Coming to Samson, I think, look, there's no doubt about the boy's class. He is a superb player, no? But he'll just play a phenomenal shot for 6 and then one he'll spike up in the air. So hopefully, and you can see in the IPL, he's trying to get he's trying to give the right message to the people and to the team. I hope he grabs his opportunity with both hands, because if the problem will start for Samson when Pant is fully fit. Samson has to perform so well with the bat that he needs to be selected as a batsman alone, and I think he is good enough. There is a place for him he's that finisher type of guy who can come in at 5 and, if the team is doing badly, he can push it around and then he can pick it up. Or if he comes in when there are 10 overs left, he can, start to pick up the pace. So I'm very excited to watch Sanju. And I hope he cements his place in the team.
So you're thinking Samson from an ODI squad point of view, like if he plays in the 11, you're thinking him as a 5-6 finisher kind of a batsman, or you're trying to put him in the
that's the only place left. That is the only place left.
Yeah, but I think in the IPL he played in the top order, right? Mostly in the top order. But yeah, different roles. I get your point. But let's see how it goes. So, anyways, this is basically the India West Indies tour talking points which we had in mind. So anyway, I think Prakash, you have some interesting points for us. So stats or something. So please go ahead.
Yeah, so I've got 2 very interesting stats. Shout out to Crick Buzz. I've taken it from there. So there you guys do a great job. Thank you. The first interesting stat is the batsman that has the most number of Test centuries against West Indies is R. Ashwin. He's got 4.
Yeah.
And the second interesting stat is Ajinkya Rahane. I think in the last 8 innings, he's got 350s and 200s. So these are guys who, are not spoken about too much. We have enough fan clubs of all our big boys. These are 2 guys who are quiet, and I'd like to give a shout out to these guys because they work very, very hard. Sometimes I feel they don't get enough credit. Maybe there's a little bit of bias for Ashwin as far as I'm concerned because I'm a local Chennai. But yeah, that's about it. These were 2 interesting facts I wanted to touch on, and that's about it from me.
Yeah. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching this, and also please share in the comments what are your thoughts about the Indian squads, the Test, the ODI, and the T20 squad. So do you think any new names we have missed, or any names which could have been a better option in the Test squad or the one-day squad given it's a home World Cup? So please share your thoughts and comments with us. Also provide us with some feedback, and also if you enjoy it, please show some support and subscribe and share with your friends and family members who enjoy cricket discussions and just love cricket in general. So it would be really a lot of heartfelt gratitude to you all. So anyways, so we hope that it's an interesting India West Indies series. It's not that hype right now, but I hope we get proper 4-5 day proper attritional good Test cricket going around along with the Ashes. So it will be something for the cricket calendar to watch out. And so we will, in the next episodes, we are going to touch up more upon the Ashes and also the World Cup qualifiers. And it has been a revelation, right? Netherlands is qualified, and also it's like a associate nation in a full member. That's a story in its own. So it needs a proper episode for that. So for this episode, we had this much. So hope you all liked it, and chalo, bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Good night.